There it is.
Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in to this fabulous live. Today, we're going to be talking to you guys about some really, really good things to get you boosted for the summertime. Yes. So while you're out there, go ahead and please be sure to share out the live stream. Share me out because sharing is caring. Thank you so much. And I got the ladies here. The trio is in the building, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and get started once we get a lot of people in. So we're gonna let the music play for a few minutes and then we'll get started. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here today. Hope everybody had a great day. See, the crowd is coming in. Welcome everybody. Hey, chilling with Ray, Vern, Sharon, Guerin, Taylor, Jasmine, and I saw my boy Slim Jim Longfoot in the building. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Valerie Wellford. Welcome. Okay, we got 10 in the building, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and shut the music down. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode. We got to call it episodes, guys, of this wellness and fitness team here. And I want to welcome everybody for coming in today. But I would like to go ahead first and foremost say, please smash that like button as my moderator, Sharon Guerin, stated. Thank you, sis. Go ahead and smash that like button and share me out because sharing is caring. And if you're from another platform, if you're from TikTok, on behalf of my beautiful sister Cherie, go ahead and let us know that you're in here. Also, if you're from another platform such as IG or TikTok as well, for my beautiful sister July, you guys let us know so we can give you the proper thanks. So, guys, we're going to go ahead also, and I'm going to give a prayer just to bless this platform in. So, Heavenly Father, I come before the throne today to say thank you so very much for all that you continue to do for each and every one of us. Lord, lead us in this platform to the spiritual rights of what people need to know about their lives. Thank you, Lord, for everything you continue to do. And it's in your son's name, Jesus Christ. I'm praying for these things. Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. I love you. And the word has been spoken. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So if anybody, we can go ahead and start by introducing ourselves. And we'll start with whoever want to go first. Everybody know me. So, so whoever wants to go first, go right ahead.
I'll go first. I'm Cherie, and I'm a registered nurse, been a registered nurse for almost 15 years. I absolutely love doing health and wellness education, and we are here for you. We opening up this platform and opening up for the community, and I'll let the beautiful sister Julie go ahead.
Okay. So, yes, I am an herbalist. I've been an herbalist for, I really have to say, all my life, you guys, because the way I was raised, the way my parents raised us, and the people we had in our family, it was just a given. Always love to do research, always love to help people. And then as of lately, I have become a certified energy healing practitioner. So, all about health and wellness all the way around.
Amen, amen. And I am Shelly. And I can tell you there is nothing out there that I have not done in this world. I can promise you that as far as a career is concerned. But I am also a registered nurse that is now retired. And I am also one that believes in giving back to the community. I'm always the one that's saying, hey, listen, you can do this and you can do that. I want to help people. And when I first was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, I was that person that said, and I put this in a lot of my videos now, I am that walking billboard of a cure for MS. Yes. And I mean that. So I had to change my lifestyle to get things working the way it need to so that I can prevent having multiple flare-ups. So again, I am Shelly, and I am so glad to see you guys here today. So we're just going to go ahead and open up the platform, and we're just going to freestyle it, as we call it. So we're going to talk about some different things that's going to get you ready for the summer, get you ready for your physical exams, to get you ready to talk to your doctor and say, no, bro, that's not what I came here for. We're going to get this worked out. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. And did anybody have any questions before we get started? You can put your questions in the chat. I do have some questions here, but we want to give it. We want to know what you want to know. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and start. Otherwise, we're gonna just start going in on it.
Yeah.
We're happy to be here. Thanks, ladies. You're welcome, Vanessa. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. So we can go ahead and just start talking in general because when the questions come in, we can see it and we can just answer the questions. So does anybody want to talk about as far as Sheree, tell them about your summertime find, your challenge that you do.
So this is the second annual summertime fine challenge that I'm doing. I'm extremely proud of it. I got last year we had over like 7,000 plus people join. This year I got a good community of people as well. I didn't have my a Taste of Cherie Health and Wellness Facebook platform then, but I do now. So what we're doing is in that platform, we're posting, we're giving each other encouragement. We're doing posting our workout tips. We're posting our nutritional tips. So we're working on spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional health. So in the daytimes on my TikTok platform, which I've made it over 100K followers now. And what I'm doing is I get up every day and I do health and wellness teaching there. And then at night we talk about different relationships, not just interpersonal relationships, business relationships, all kind of relationships. So you get good financial advice sometimes. You get relationship with, about significant other, about mother daughter, father son, vice versa. So we have so many things that we are doing with our summertime fine challenge. It's just to show people that you can be healthy. Your life doesn't have to feel like everything is foreign and everything has to change. You can just do slow milestones and little adjustments to have a healthier, better life overall.
Amen. Amen. That's my cup of tea there.
Yeah.
Cheers. So, yeah, somebody had a question out. Taylor said, what is energy practitioner?
Oh, yeah. So an energy healing practice. Oh, sorry. Hold on one second. So an energy healing practitioner is it's very similar to Reiki. And I don't know how many of you are familiar with Reiki, but basically like with Reiki, you're doing almost like a massage without touching the body. And so energy healing is very similar to that. And it also can be done, like the same thing with Reiki, like distance Reiki healing. It is very similar to that. So yeah.
Oh, are we frozen?
Oh, am I frozen?
I'm not. Am I frozen?
No, you're not. Can you see me, Cherie?
I can see you moving and talking.
Okay. Okay. So, uh-oh.
So maybe they can still hear us and just can't hear Shelly yet.
Okay.
So until Shelly comes back on, we'll go ahead and keep going. So I got some questions for you. With the energy healing, is it more of like when do you have to be up close and personal with someone to feel their energy? Is it like you're working on more mental stimulation? You're working on more physical stimulation? Can you give us just a little bit more of how it kind of, what is it zoning in on?
So to be quite honest, it's really all of the above. So it targets like primarily, I would say, some people like to say spiritual, but really for me, it's energy. So when I look at the body, I see the body as a physical body as well as an energy body. Oh, there she is.
Good. I have no idea what happened, guys. I have to give a disclaimer. First and foremost, I have two disclaimers. The weather is a little tricky out here, so I just had an internet kerfuffle. So I'm sorry about that. Also, we're not doctors, guys, but we're giving you the best of our ability, the knowledge that we are trained to know of. So again, I apologize if that happens. Please just hang in there. Don't give up because we will be back in. So sorry about that. And go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine. I totally know that was necessary. So yeah, you have an energetic body as well as your physical body. The energetic body is really the most prominent one. A lot of people don't really recognize that, and I know that that's because of the way we've all been taught in this society to look at everything as just purely tangible. However, the other side of us is tangible. People just need to become more familiar with it. The way I like to really drive home the point for that is letting people know, um, when you step into a room, sometimes they say you can feel the energy in a room,
Mhm.
right? They even say you can cut the tension with a knife.
Mhm.
So it's the same thing when it comes to our energy. Our energy is very tangible. Stress, all of that is part of the energy, the stress that even affects our physical health. So yeah, I'll be able to, I'm sure, elaborate a little bit more on it when you guys start talking about, like health and all that, because it really is, it underlies all of that. And I feel as though if you're working on your health, you still also too, and Cherie, you touched on it. You need to touch on your mental. You need to work on your. You can't. It's difficult to do anything if mentally you're not all the way, you know,
Right.
on the same page.
Okay.
Yeah.
We also had a question here, and we could all take turns in answering
Yeah.
this. There was a question that came to me in an email. What are your five go to? What are your five go to food items for
Mm.
seasonings, for pain, for any of those things? What are your five go to items? I don't know why they wanted five, but
It
Sheree,
gives
you
them
want to go
variety.
first, or
Sure, I'll go first. My five go-to are ginger for inflammation, jalapeno pepper because the capsaicin in the pepper is going to be great for pain. Cherry, I primarily like cherry juice, tart cherry juice, because it's going to help with inflammation, sleep, anxiety, depression. How many was that? Ginger?
I think
Was
that was
that three?
three.
Okay. The fourth one I would say would probably be greens because I like to try to well no, I'll say for the fourth one beets. Beets is one of my favorite vegetables because of it the folate that we need for our brain, for our blood, as well as iron. Beets contain a lot of iron and we need iron to transport the oxygen to our cells and through our blood like we need it and to our vital organs. And then the last one I probably would say greens. No, I'm sorry, I'm berries. Berries are my favorites. That's like berries is like my absolute favorites. That should have been number one because of the antioxidants. And
Mhm.
antioxidants are going to decrease the oxidative stress in the body.
All right. Now I'm going to tell you this before you tell yours, July. I
Okay.
actually had just about the same thing that she had. I had turmeric,
Mhm.
I had ginger. Well, turmeric, of course, helps with pain, and actually, it's like a cancer fighting agent. So is ginger. I have garlic, celery. Celery does a lot that people do not realize: blood pressure, sleep, pain, all of that. Celery is a lot, and berries, antioxidant. We had just about the same thing on the list.
Yeah.
What about you, July?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. When I really want to feel better and, just kind of like drink from the fountain of youth, I'll use cucumbers, celery, lemons, ginger, turmeric, all those in like a juice. And I'll drink that for a few days, and it literally turns back the hands of time. Like it makes me look different. It deflates the bloat everywhere from my face to my entire body, and it makes me glow. It makes you glow just like the vegetables, the cucumber and the celery. But yeah, turmeric, I use that as an anti-inflammatory in a lot of my products. um what else? My favorite, I know Cherie said jalapenos. I literally put cayenne pepper on everything.
Ah,
I love cayenne pepper. So yeah.
wow.
Anti-inflammatory again, blood
Mhm.
cleanser, you know. Yeah.
Exactly. Wow. So
Yeah.
we get thinking just alike. That is
Yeah.
way cool. Also, we had a question. We actually, well, Sharon says she does cherry juice, berries, ginger, greens, celery, turmeric, cucumbers, and lemons. And I will tell you also, when I first got introduced to tart cherry juice, I said, who in their right mind is going to pay all this money for that juice? But it is well worth it. It is well worth it.
Mm.
And there was it uh, one of the presidents, the old back in history president, discovered that tart cherry juice worked for sleeping because he had problems with sleeping, and he started promoting tart cherry juice for sleeping and for pain. So that is really, it's worth the money. And I think Cherie has, you found some tablets too, didn't you?
Yes, so I tagged them in my Amazon store, which I have tagged on my Facebook and my TikTok. My Amazon store, I tag a lot of the products that I utilize. But I always tell people, if you can't get the Lakewood brand of tart cherry juice, which is to me the best brand because it's not concentrate,
Right.
then get the capsules, and you want to start at the lowest milligram, which what I saw was 300 milligrams. So start always with herbs or any kind of extracts. Start with the lowest milligram, because that way you can see how your body can tolerate that. Remember,
Right.
herbs are strong, guys.
Right.
Yeah. That sounds just like I used to tell people that too, Cherie, because the same way doctors would say do that with antibiotics, they would start with the lowest, they would try to start with the lowest dosage that would be most effective. And then, so they wouldn't have to go up if at all possible. But that's the same thing I tell people with herbs. You got to be careful. These plants and plant derivatives are just as strong, really
Hmm.
stronger than synthetic medicines.
Yeah, definitely.
True.
Hello, East Dad. Welcome. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you coming in. I'm sorry. Taylor had a question, and I'm sorry. Vernell Livingston, hey, how are you? Welcome. Livingston said, onions, please. Your blood raisins make the blood flow, the beets, and it's good for your blood. And yeah, onions definitely is.
Mm.
But again, guys, it is really good too. But I have to also disclaim this: too much of anything is not good. So just be very diligent about what you take in, because first and foremost, you got to take it in, you got to get it out. And I think this is the perfect time to say this: if you got to get it out, your girl got a detox tea that she could tell you about, and it works. And people have been raving about it. I got it. I use it. I'm like the most person that don't do everything regularly, but it works, and I did lose weight from it. So she has a detox tea. Taylor did have good comment. Thank you so much for that, Vernell. And let's see. Taylor has a comment here. She said she went to a Pioneer Woman Ranch for her birthday last week and a lodging tour, and she tried 3 restaurants. Give me healthy tips for eating out.
When eating out, the fresher the better. And processed foods are always gonna cause inflammation in the body. I don't care if you eat meat, if you eat french fries, if you eat anything processed, more than likely, if it's not a fruit or a vegetable that's fresh, some kind of way, it's gonna cause inflammation in your body. It's gonna make your body's pH a little bit lower, which makes you a little more acidic. So basically, when eating out, try to opt for salads. Try to opt for cut up fresh fruit, cut up fresh vegetables. Those are just some of the things you want to try to choose over. Now, um, if you are a meat eater, you can do to decrease some of the inflammation, you can do more leaner meats that are easier to process in the body, like your turkey and chicken, but do it grilled or do it broiled or do it roasted or do it some sauteed or something like that.
Correct. I agree. Also, you want to make sure whatever you're doing when you eat out, I don't know if people are trying to, if you're trying to lose weight or if you're just trying to, because restaurants, I'm going to be honest, they're not going to sit there and weigh out and say, well, the average person is supposed to eat 4 ounces of meat, or the average person is supposed to eat. So they're just going to get it, cut it, and they're going to get it out. I personally, whenever I go out to eat, I make sure as soon as they come in, cut it in half and put it to go. I never eat the whole thing that they give because you can lose control of what you're eating, especially if it's good. That's the thing. That is just one of the behavior things that we have to be accustomed to. And then, like she said, eat fresh, uh, eat it balanced. So if you go and don't say, well, I want macaroni and cheese and potatoes, you want to have you don't want to just say, hey, I want two starches, or can I have the bread and can I have tea? Be careful with that and try to drink your water before you eat because they give you the drinks and stuff first, but drink the water, stay away from the sweet teas and the sodas and all the alcohol and things like that. Drink your water first because that's going to fill you up faster.
Can I dive into something real quick, Shelly?
Sure,
When
go
you
right
say
ahead.
water, anybody on here that's struggling with drinking soda, Perrier mineral water is a really good alternative for people that's trying to wean off of soda. And I'll tell you, at least to help some, you can make it taste just like Sprite. I mean, literally, it's very close to Sprite. If you squeeze a half a key lime and put you either some blueberries or strawberries in there and let it sit for half an hour, it will 100% give you a Sprite feel. And that way, you're not damaging your teeth. You're not damaging your kidneys and liver, and you're weaning off of the soda. And another thing that I say, that if you're really struggling, buy the very small cans of your favorite soda, drink half of that can, and then flush it down with the Perrier mineral water fixed like that. And over time, give yourself about 2 weeks, you should be weaned down or off. And
Right,
of course, you got to flush out with regular water. And I recommend spring water because
right.
spring water has minerals that the body can utilize.
You know, I'm going to say this too. The news must have been listening to our conversations, like your TikToks and whatnot, because they had a huge segment on the local news a couple of days ago saying that the best water to get is spring water. And then they said, I said, oh, they've been listening to us.
Yes.
Spring water. And then I think they said distilled water. So spring water is the better because you're going to get all of your nutrients and vitamins in there. So spring water is the best. Does anybody have any objections to saying a type of brand? Because most people have said, "Well, I only drink what brand like the Sunny and things like that." Does
I don't think that there is for me, I don't know about the Sister July, but for
Yeah.
me, I don't think there's a specific spring water brand. I think as long as it's processed properly and it's a spring water, I'm good with it. I drink Ice Mountain all the time, but that's because
Mm.
I'm in the Midwest and that's what's primarily in my area. Some people, if you live in a different area, they're going to have more of other kinds of spring water.
Mm.
okay?
Yeah,
What about
I'm
you,
not
July?
really big on spring water. The most that I do when I am purchasing something other than just bottled water from the store is distilled water. I like to use distilled water for a lot of things. Now I will use spring water for my sea moss and lemon, but yeah, I don't I like to treat my own water just like you guys were talking about. I think Cherie, you had mentioned something. I love flavoring my water with fruits and berries.
Yeah, yeah. I do the infused waters, and it's
Hmm.
really delicious. It's
It
so
is.
it looks good. And if you don't drink water, if you have a problem with drinking your water, dress it up. And I look at food how, especially ladies. Well, first of all, hey Auntie, hey Georgia Ellis, hey Miss Yo Yo, hi. Let's say Elias Shepherd, welcome. Thank you for coming. I think of my food as water. I'm sorry. I think of my food as we dress. We want to
Mhm.
go out. We want to have on the nice, colorful dress. We want to have on the nice jewelry, everything to the nine. And I think of my food that way. I love color in my food. I absolutely love color.
Well, that's
So
good. I
I
like
do
that.
too.
that's a
I
good
do
idea.
too. I
I
put
love color.
all of my ebooks are very, very, very colorful.
Yeah.
If anybody has any of them, they're very colorful. I love color.
She
I love
said,
that when it comes to I just never thought about it that way, but yeah, it does make me, it attracts my eye. The other thing about food, besides color, is I love my food to be water based. I cannot stand eating a lot of dry foods.
Mm.
So I'm not crazy about certain, like even if it comes to something like pizza, I'll tell them please extra sauce because I cannot eat anything dry. When it comes to any of my food, I practically like a whole salad on top of it. That's pizza, that's omelets, whatever people put veggies in, I just like overload.
oh, and I was just talking to, I forgot who it was last night, and I said that they were like, I love salad dressing. I love salad dressing on my salads. I say, so you like a little salad on your dressing?
Right.
And then I told her, I said, you're not really supposed to put the salad dressing on the salad. You're supposed to take a cup of dressing and stick your fork in your salad and then dip it in the salad dressing. That's a very healthy way to do it. I know people that don't put dressing on their salad at all. Now, me, I haven't got to that because I was that person that liked a little salad on my dressing too.
Yeah.
So I haven't gotten that good with it. Taylor said my cousin Jessica has good juice recipes. Carrots, pineapple, turmeric, and cayenne pepper is great for digestion. Correct. We have I have a juice book. Cherie has a juice book and a smoothie book, and they're really actually and they're favored towards different things that we're dealing with, like um, what blood pressure, diabetes, multiple sclerosis, all those good things that we do with our books. Let's see. Yes, 160 calories for 2 tablespoons of dressing. Correct. You're supposed to taste your food. You're not supposed to taste the condiments. And if you could stay away from condiments, that's the best thing ever. Because if anybody in the chat could tell me what's the best condiment to use that is healthier for you, put it in the chat and then I'll tell you what what I was told and how I found out that it was true. You know which one it is. Y'all know.
I think I know what it is.
I
Yeah.
think so too. Especially
While
for
they're typing,
barbecue.
Shelly, I would like to say this too. I encourage everybody to get a juicer. Me and Shelly did a YouTube last year where we talked a lot about juicers. And I
Mhm.
want to just touch on this from the bottom, from the depths of my soul. If you're trying to get healthier and heal certain things inside yourself, we're typically not going to eat an orange with a beet, with a celery rib, with a piece of onion and a piece of ginger. So this is why juicing comes in, because you can throw those things in a juicer. And anybody you know that juice, always pay attention to their skin.
Mhm.
Anybody that juice, they're gonna glow.
Yeah.
Anybody. And it's because they're getting the proper H3O2.
Mhm.
H3O2 is the water that comes out of our fruits and vegetables. It's
Mhm.
different from H2O. It's different from the water, the spring water, the other water that we drink, in respect that the water that comes out of our fruits and vegetables is going to come with essential minerals and vitamins, naturally occurring minerals and vitamins. So be sure, you guys, I don't care if it's a cheap juicer, get you a juicer and try to juice at least 2 or 3 times a week, at
Right.
least.
Yeah. That is true. Um,
Mhm.
thank you for that. That's
You're
true.
welcome.
Yeah.
Sharon got it right, which is mustard,
Oh,
because
mustard.
yeah,
Okay.
because of the turmeric, and ketchup has sugar in it. And I'm going to tell y'all a story. I think some of your fans are on here too, Cherie.
Oh, hey
This
everybody. I can't see y'all. I
Oh,
can't
the
see the
comments, yeah,
comments.
because I should tell Valerie Welliford. She talked about your juicing books. She said they're
Oh,
wonderful. Your
thank you,
meal prep
Valerie.
book. She said they're wonderful. Hey, cousin. Hey, Shalinda. Mustard because of the turmeric. And when I first started on my years ago, I was wasting money and I was going to this doctor. This is a sidebar here. And he gave us this plan and he says, you can have this, you can't have that, blah, 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 blah. So I would bake potato because I could have a baked potato. So I would bake the potato at lunch. and I would do it in the microwave. So I would bake the potato, but then I was like, well, I gotta have something on it, and I don't like fat-free nothing. So I'm not gonna put butter on it. I said, well, I guess I could put ketchup on it because ketchup, girl, you know all the sugar in ketchup.
That's a lot.
There's too much sugar in the ketchup. And he's like, what did you do? I said, well, I ate what you said. What did you put on the baked potato? Ketchup. He said, no. Mm-mm. It's got too much
Mm,
sugar in it.
yeah.
Hey, Janie Bryan, you have some comments here. Cherie, let's see. Sharon says juicing is a whole nother level. It will heal your body. Yes, it will.
Hmm.
Let's see. Oil and vinegar, salt and pepper. That's what Celinda was putting on. I think she was talking about the condiments.
Mm-hmm.
And then Vernell said, my mother had every color vegetable on my plate when I was young. It was green, it was yellow, it was white, it was orange. He had a host. Your mama did you good. Your
Yeah.
mama did you
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
What?
talk real. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead, July.
No, I was just gonna say. So, what did you find was like your best and most tasty alternative for your baked potato? Do you ever use things like, do you ever create your own salad dressing, like olive oil based or?
No, I think what I did because I got discouraged because I couldn't put ketchup on it. I even tried. I even tried honey mustard. I was just so stunned that I couldn't do ketchup, and then honey mustard was even worse because what is that? Honey and mustard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So so I just kind of sucked it up and just did salt and pepper. And sometimes I did lemon pepper too, and that wasn't really that bad. Lemon pepper wasn't that bad, but lemon pepper has a lot of sodium. That's what I'm finding about lemon pepper.
Okay.
You can't do a lot of that.
Because I meant to tell you guys, that is what I like to do with my salad when I don't use salad dressing, is actually seasonings.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, you too.
That's a
Yeah.
good. I like that. Yep. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. And then for me, what I try to do, I've been trying to supplement since we're doing the summertime fine challenge right now. I've been trying to do sweet potatoes, baked potatoes. And what I do is I sweeten it with maple syrup,
Mhm.
organic maple syrup that has no additives. And you always keep your maple syrup in the refrigerator after you open it, y'all, for the people
Oh,
that are new to this, trying to be more healthier, because if not it can grow mold. So don't keep it in the cabinet, keep your maple syrup in the refrigerator. But I use avocado butter and maple syrup for
Yeah,
my sweet potatoes.
avocado butter is good.
oh.
You
Hmm.
got a lot of
Avocado
fans
butter.
out,
I never
Cherie.
heard of
They're
that.
saying hello, Cherie
Hey
saying.
y'all,
Let me see
I
who.
can't see y'all
I'm gonna
comments.
tell you who it. I'm gonna try and call them. Let's see. Vanessa Keller, Valerie Welliford, and Dizanny Thomas.
Hey.
So yeah, your fans are coming out. They saying
Hey
hello.
everybody, thank y'all for coming
So
on,
thanks for
joining.
coming.
Yeah.
Somebody said lime and pepper too. That's good. Lime and pepper. Interesting.
Lime is a
Lime?
great additive. Lime
Yeah.
Yeah.
and garlic, adding lime, garlic deal. That's like
I
I
never
can,
heard of it with pepper though. That's interesting.
that is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially your cayenne pepper that you like, July. That
Yeah.
might
I'm
be
gonna
a
have to
good
try it.
combination for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Now Taylor, I'm not quite sure what you're asking. Oh, somebody said blue agave is good.
She
Mm.
said, "Is it good?"
Oh, she said, is it? Oh,
Yeah, she's
is blue
asking.
agave good? Okay, I'm sorry about that.
I've never
Um,
tried it.
I'm not either.
I have. I've tried it.
Yeah.
Agave nectar. I put
Mm.
it in my tea. It's like a honey alternative or sugar alternative for people that are like diabetic and stuff. It'll keep your blood glucose index down.
Hmm.
Oh,
So
good.
agave nectar is really good if you can get it organic and
Right.
get it, no additives or anything.
I tried it before and then I was turned away from it. One of the doctors said, don't try it, don't use that, don't use that. But they all say don't use it and then they come back and say, yeah, you can use it now. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is, especially if you're on medication, because I was told for a long time that I could not have elderberry because with multiple sclerosis, you can't have elderberry because it does something to our medication. It kind of
Mm.
gives it no, it doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. I
So
got
certain things we have to not use it. But yeah, that's how the doctors do. So I don't whatever they say, they got the degree and they went all those years for it. That's on them.
Mhm.
Let's see. You got great suggestions. Say, look at Valerie with her great suggestion. Uh, yeah, agave is great. And let's talk about inflammation because that was another question somebody sent over to me.
Yeah.
Uh, actually, somebody asked, "What do you think about having a cheat day now when you're dieting? What do you think about having a cheat day?" You want me to tell you mine's first?
Sure. Go ahead.
I Now I'm the type of person that if I know that I got to do something, I just do it and I just stick to it. If I got a cold stop. But
Mhm.
I don't. If you're trying to lose weight, I don't believe in cheat days. Don't hate me. Don't talk about me or whatever. I just don't believe in cheat days because I feel like you're cheating yourself. Now, if you slip up and do something, that's fine. Just jump back on the bandwagon and do it. But if you're scheduling a cheat day each and every week, are you going to do that when you get to your goal? Or it may take you longer to get to your goal because of that cheat day. And I just don't believe in cheating myself.
Mhm.
So that was my theory on it. But what do you guys think about having cheat days?
You want to go, July?
Yeah, I just think that it's different for everybody. I feel like you really need to, I'm a very intuitive person. So if you can't tap into, your body's signals and what your body is telling you, then maybe, I guess it depends on a few other factors too. But like really, if you know you're the type of person that if you cheat, you're gonna slip back into old habits, then you definitely want to be careful, right? But
Right.
if it's something that you feel you can handle and you look forward to it, my thing is this: if it brings you joy and you're not having any stress along with it, and you're able to do, whatever you want to do on that little cheat time and then jump right back, then I don't see a problem with it. But if you know that that's not going to work for you, then hey, don't mess yourself up.
Yeah. And I think that's why I felt that way because I'm like, I'm cheating myself. And I know once I get that cookie, oh, yeah,
Um,
it's over.
I think cheat days are necessary, and I'll tell you why. This is my perspective on why I think you should have one cheat day per week. Um, I think you need to, when you plan a cheat day, you need to plan to balance that day out. So if you've been doing excellent all week, and then you get to the weekend and you want to have a glass of wine, or your that cheat day, that Saturday, have your glass of wine. Just don't do a full glass of wine. Do maybe a half a glass of wine, and then flush out with water. Also, if you're gonna have some cookies, instead of eating a whole pack of the golden Oreo lemon with the milk, oh, you could tell that's my favorite. So the golden Oreos, instead of eating five of them, go ahead and just eat two. Eat two of them. Go ahead and flush out with water after you eat those two, and then resume back to whatever you need to do. I think cheat day should not be a day that you go and just, I'm getting a bad breakfast, a bad lunch, a bad dinner. To me, cheat days are to satisfy cravings, get a little bit of your craving, flush out with water. You can even work out still on a cheat day or do a little bit of extra light exercise on a cheat day to try to keep yourself in the routine. Because we all know, anything you can do for 28 days straight can become a habit.
The habit, yeah.
So that's how I look at cheat days, balance them out properly. But I think they are necessary because I think if you keep craving something, go ahead and say, if you craving butter pecan ice cream, or for me, Rocky Road, I'm going to go ahead and have me a couple spoonfuls, flush it out with water, and then eat something healthy after that. Instead of
Mhm.
sitting eating a whole pint of Rocky Road, and just balance your cheat day.
And
I really like that you said that.
that's how you got to be a strong person because I'm like
Yeah.
I like that slogan with Lay's potato chips. No one can eat just one.
Right.
I know.
Yeah. No, but what Cherie said, I find that to be very true because if you are craving something, you're actually going to make it worse for
You're
yourself
gonna
if
binge.
you deprive yourself of the option. Always remind yourself. Sometimes if you just remind yourself that you have an option, just that reminder alone is enough where you might not even really really
Right.
want the craving.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's just knowing that, oh, I can have it if I want, and then it kind of
Yeah.
takes away the tension and the stress.
Yeah.
So, choose. Give
Yeah.
yourself
Um,
choices.
can I tell you how I weaned myself off of Mountain Dew? I
Yeah.
was a Mountain Dew drinker. I'm talking about, baby,
Really?
me and Mountain Dew was best friends. Because I used
Wow.
to work 16-hour shifts. I used to work four
Mm.
16-hour shifts in a row. So what I did was I started finding people at work. Before I went and bought I was struggling, y'all. I would be like, do you drink Mountain Dew? Do you drink Mountain Dew? And then somebody say, yeah. I said, okay, hold on. I'll be right back. I get the Mountain Dew. I said, I'm opening in front of you so you know I'm not doing nothing crazy with it. I open it. I would pour myself about that much. I
Mm.
would drink it and give the Mountain Dew to somebody, whoever said they drink it. And
Oh.
then I would flush it out with water afterwards. And that's how I weaned myself completely off of soda.
Oh,
Hmm.
wow.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna read the comments, but I think I'm
Mhm.
just the person that likes to be challenged and things like that because I stopped
Mhm.
drinking sodas. Guys, it's coming up on 22 years since I had a soda.
Woo.
Um,
Wow.
and what
Wonderful.
I did is I just cold stopped. But
Mhm.
I wasn't a big soda drinker. I would get what is that, a 12, the plastic bottle of Coke in the
Yeah.
morning.
Mhm.
And I would nurse that Coke all day. When I go home at 6 o'clock in the evening, I still have like a half a bottle, and it's nasty when it gets flat. So
Yeah.
it
Mhm.
wasn't really hard for me to stop, but I did. I was like, and then when I tried it after I had been off for like almost a year, I was like, I drunk this. It was disgusting. It
Oh,
didn't taste
wow.
good. So let me read some of the comments really quick
Okay.
because you got a lot that's going out. Let's see.
Okay.
Valerie Williford said, Dane, Cherie, you didn't call me out about them lemon Oreos.
Ew.
I love them.
Vanessa says, life is about balance for me. I would lose my mind without a cheat day. That's Vanessa Keller. I'm hoping I'm saying your last name correct. Burnell said, another way you can do stuff is eat the heavy foods early in the morning, yeah, and afternoon, and at night, eat something light. That way, you will have a balance and you would not stay hungry and have some nuts.
Hmm.
Now, it depends on the job because if I eat something heavy in the morning, you ain't getting no work out of me.
Yeah.
But that is typically the way they say to start by
Yeah.
eating a heavy meal in the morning. Valerie says she agreed with Eat to Live. This is a lifestyle change. And Taylor said, what about making favorite restaurant dishes at home so you know what's in it?
Mm.
You, and then you can make your alternatives too. So that's a good idea because you can change out some things. Bless you.
Thank you.
I think that was all of the questions. It says,
Mm.
oh, let's see. Valerie said, yes, it's actually a real condiment. They have orange and pepper as well. She can't think of who makes it right off, but if you Google it, you'll find orange and pepper. I had never heard that before. Have you guys heard of orange pepper? Orange and
Mm-mm.
pepper?
No, but look, let's get into it. Let's
Yeah,
Yeah.
start.
let's find
Okay.
That
out.
might be a good thing to start doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Vernell said that foods can leak the power of the medication, and that is true. And then Sharon said coconut palm sugar is great too. That was one of the
Mm.
questions too about the different types of sweeteners, and we talk
Mhm.
about that. You talk about that a lot on your channel, Cherie.
Yes, almost
Um,
every day.
Sweeteners.
pretty
Okay.
much,
People ask
yeah.
me about it all the time.
And what did which one did you say just now?
She
She
said
said
coconut,
palm sugar. Palm
coconut
sugar.
palm sugar.
Coconut palm sugar. Okay.
Yeah, I
And is
do.
that good in like tea and stuff?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Is it?
I
I'm gonna have to try it in
Yeah,
tea.
it's pretty good, and it's light too. It's very light. I use dates, of course. I'd use dates and
Mhm.
monk fruit.
Okay.
So, for the people that's new to us and you might not have heard all of our platforms, so the main sweeteners, like she said, you got coconut, date, so coconut sugar, date sugar, agave nectar, monk fruit, stevia. Those are some of the sugar alternatives to white refined sugar. That's what we're talking about.
Right.
Hmm.
And I will tell you, stevia is, I don't know where your regions are, but I'm in Georgia. I grow stevia in a pot and you pull a leaf off and drop it in your tea, and it's just as sweet as refined sugar. I promise
Now
you that.
that's new to me.
You could grow it in a pot and put it out in
Wow.
your sunroom or on your deck, and it comes back. We couldn't kill it, so we just kept it.
Oh,
Oh wow.
wow. I might
Yep.
have to do that.
Yeah. Next time I'm
Oh,
in
she
the
said
area.
it's in Costco's. Orange pepper is in Costco's. It's called Kinder's. I've seen Kinder's in
Hmm,
Costco's. I have to try that.
yeah. And so what is the orange pepper used for?
I think in the place of lemon pepper, I would think. And she said as a
Oh,
condiment. I
okay.
would think I would try because I got to go to
Hmm.
Costco's probably next week.
I do remember seeing a recipe one time for seasoning certain types of meats. You know, when you want to flavor it, you can actually use a little bit of orange zest and your other seasonings, which would be, you know, your salt and pepper. I like to use like Celtic sea salt.
Uh huh.
Um,
Mhm.
that's one of my favorite ones, the gray Celtic, and then, you know, crushed black pepper.
Right.
Yeah.
Valerie said, for me, when I have a taste for something, I eat it in moderation and move
Mhm.
on, but I don't necessarily give myself a cheat day.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know, because I was thinking, like, when it comes to cheat days, when you do allow yourself that little bit, you know, just enough to satisfy the craving, what
Hmm.
really generally ends up happening is you no longer the craving starts to go away because you didn't
Yeah.
deprive yourself
Yeah.
of it, and then you don't
Yes.
really have a taste for it anymore.
It's like overkill. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So,
Your body changes and it starts craving the healthy things.
hey, Denise Glam Style. Hey, sis. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. I know today is a very busy day for you as well. Um, let's see. There's another question that I was going to ask. Uh, well, I'm going to tell you. Somebody asked me how do I stay vegan and not lust meats and things.
Mm,
Again, I'm that person. Mine's it was I tried. You would not know how many times I went from vegan back and forth. So I
mhm,
realized that I'm really actually damaging my body just it's just you're simply tricking your body. And I it wasn't until I got the diagnosis of multiple sclerosis when I was like, this is it. I had done just about everything, every kind of diet, I popped every kind of pill, trying to lose weight, and then when I got the scare about multiple sclerosis, I went vegan and didn't think anything else. Now, don't get me wrong, your girl might want some oxtails one day. I gotta get
mm.
it.
Can I ask when your diagnosis was?
2013,
Okay.
but I think I had it longer than that because
Mhm.
all the symptoms that I was having, I had them as a child. So
Okay.
Mm.
yeah, I think that was. I think it's much longer than probably when I was a kid. But they did not test young kids back in the day because they're like they're gonna grow out of it, and they
Yeah.
can't tell. Kids can't tell a symptom. We don't, as a child, you don't know what symptoms are. Your
Mhm.
parents are asking you, and sometimes kids are like, yeah, that they really don't know what it is, so they just
Yeah.
never test the kids. But I think the youngest kid now is. I want to say 8 years old that has multiple sclerosis, and my heart goes out to that child.
Oh.
It just I cannot. That's just so hard for that child. But they
Mm.
asked me how do I stay vegan in this again because my health was the one thing that made me to do that. And they said, but how? When I tell you vegan, it's all about the seasonings. It's
Mhm.
all about the seasonings. If you could make just egg, a plant based egg, tastes like regular eggs, you good. So it's
Yeah,
all about the seasonings.
Yeah.
Um, but
I
I
can
do
see
have
that.
a list of seasonings and things that I have on my for my consultations for people that want to join me for losing weight and things of that nature.
Mhm.
Hey, Zero, the infinitive. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. So there was a question. Someone asked how much water should a person drink in a day?
They say typically across the board it's about 3 liters, but it depends on your weight and your height. So you could
Mhm.
always look that up on Google. It's
Yeah,
a lot of doctors that have put information out there for weight and height, how much water, but typically for like the average person, around 3 liters a day,
yeah,
Mhm.
which is
And
almost a gallon. Just
yeah.
in case you don't.
mhm.
And
And
I
I
know
would
that
say too, don't forget, like you don't stick to the hard and fast rules if you're someone who's like running a marathon and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I know that's an exaggeration, but if you are working out and you're sweating and all that, you be on beast mode, then obviously you need more
you need
more
more water,
electrolyte.
yeah.
Yes, that
Because you
kind
gotta
of that kind
put
of.
in.
I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say you gotta put back what you take out. So obviously for those reasons.
That kind of goes along with, like, say for instance, a person is a bodybuilder and they go get
Mhm.
anesthesia. You can be 230 pounds as a bodybuilder and be 230 pounds as someone who don't lift weights. And what is going to happen is you have to have a very skilled anesthesiologist, because if they give too much to that bodybuilder and they're basing it on regular weight, that's why if bodybuilders have to go to a very skilled anesthesia, they have to make sure that anesthesiologist is skilled when any bodybuilder has surgery. So that
Right.
kind of, it give you guys an idea when it comes to water and your weight and height and stuff, how
Mhm.
significant it is.
And that comes to part of the other question because someone asked if you could drink too much water. And I remember when I was in nursing school and one of the ladies at the job, I was like, you can drink too much water. No, you can't. No, you can't. She's gonna argue me down. I said, listen, I know because my cousin almost died from that. You can drink too much water. So just know that you can drink too much. That's why it's important to have that doctor that's going to know your body frame, your weight, your height, all of the logistics on that, because you can
Mhm.
die. Again, you can die for having too much of a good thing, can be too much.
Yeah.
Because of the sodium, for one, with
Hmm.
water. If
Hmm.
you drink too much water, you're going to deplete your body of the proper electrolytes
Right.
that it
Mhm.
needs. And so when you lose too many electrolytes, you're going to have cardiac issues and all kind of other problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're wiping your blood clean
Right.
Yeah.
and you don't want to do that.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's so important. I wish that more people would be more in tune. And not to say, again with the disclaimer, like this is for entertainment purposes, right? But like um depending on your doctor is one thing, but you really want to start being in tune with your body. So you can also, because your doctor doesn't necessarily, your doctor kind of depends on you to tell them some of the
Hmm.
things that's going on with you. They can't figure every little thing out. So you also too want to start being proactive about, what you're doing with your body and listening to your body's signals, because again, we're also different. She brought out a really good point, a bodybuilder who weighs a certain amount as opposed to someone who doesn't have muscle and they weigh that same amount, so
Mhm.
like it's different strokes for different folks. So you gotta start being responsive to, pain is indicative of, hey, you need to change something or you need to do something right away, right? So this,
Right.
we get signals all the time, but we ignore them. You just want to start being more, just start really being more cognizant of what your body is telling you. Listen to your body, because if you get to the point where it sits you down and lay you down,
Mhm. And
now
it
you're in
will.
trouble.
Yes. Your body definitely will sit you down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And your body will tell you. It will tell you if you hadn't had enough vegetables. I remember I was doing something one day and I was like, I feel so drained. What is it? Then all of a sudden I started craving these weird things like collard greens and broccoli. And I said, oh my God, I hadn't had vegetables in a couple of days. Your body tells you. You listen to your
Mhm.
body, it's going to tell you. It tells you those things.
Mhm.
So,
Hey, as nurses, you guys, have you ever had women crave things that are odd, like clay, especially like
Yes,
pregnant women?
they have pica.
hmm.
What's
That
that?
that's what that's called, when people crave ice and
Mhm.
starch and cotton. They want to chew on cotton. They want to chew on
Chalk.
flour,
Mhm.
chalk, red dirt down there in the South where you
Yes.
live.
I don't know
Yeah.
why, but okay.
Um, but yeah, so that's because their iron usually is low.
Low.
So this brings us to you, Miss July.
Uh-huh.
When you talk about the energies,
Yeah.
this I think is gonna mesh very well going into what you do.
Mhm.
The body speaks to us, y'all, and your body remembers things. So
Mhm.
this is why I tell people, when you're trying to lose weight and you lose those pounds, and a lot of people want to celebrate with eating bad again. They lose the weight and then they want to celebrate by, I'm getting me a burger and fries. I did such a good job. Well, your body remembers what you were eating to maintain, because our bodies are meant to maintain homeostasis, maintain wherever it's at, that whatever level you're at most of the time, your body is going to maintain that level, right? So the body cells, I believe, send messengers. This is just my belief. I'm not saying this is documented anywhere, but I believe the body cells send some kind of messengers throughout the body to say, hey, I remember in order for us to stay at 180, we need to eat this. So bam, you start craving that thing. And I think that's kind of what happens sometimes. So do you believe that holistically energy has something to do with something like that? If I'm making sense with what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. You know what, Cherie, that is like the perfect explanation for affirmations, because it's all metaphysical science and our cells listen to us. So when you start to talk to your cells the same way you were just saying, Cherie, when you're saying, you're craving things or whatever, if those are the thoughts you're having, your cells are listening. And so they're going to keep perpetuating that, or, reminding you that, hey, this is our craving. But if you start using your affirmations, those affirmations, you're giving your body instructions, and your body listens. And this is more powerful than everything dealing with medicine and health and all that. From that standpoint, if you get to a point where you really truly have faith in your affirmations, your cells will listen to you, your body will listen to you, and it will literally fall in line. So that's why people use those things. And so we could start using those for our health. We could start using affirmations about our health or things that we want to crave.
I like that.
Yeah.
I love that, actually.
Yeah. I've got some questions here. I'm gonna read the questions, and thank you guys for hanging in here with your girl, with your ladies, the trio. Um, Someone put in, oh, Denise Glam Style Living said, I am one. Oh, the screen jumped. Hold on. I'm
She
one of those
retained
people
fluid.
that obtain fluid. It's hard for me to keep up with my water intake because of the swelling in my legs and feet.
She retained them.
She's a retainer.
So she's gonna be someone that's gonna want to focus on diet very significantly. She's gonna want to cut her sodium down to like a 2 gram sodium per meal, which is what most providers will do. Again, disclaimer: this is for entertainment purposes. Always speak to your healthcare physician if you want more in-depth information regarding your health. But when you're retaining lymph fluid, compression is going to be huge. It helps with the pain. It helps to take lymph out of the extracellular spaces and pull it back into your circulatory system, especially with compression and elevation. That's why they tell you put your compression stockings on and then put your leg above the heart level, so that you can the between the compression and it's doing is it's gravity. It's gonna pull that fluid back into your circulatory system so that it can go back into your system out of the extracellular spaces. So you need to do that about 30 minutes a day, twice a day if you can, if you're not working or anything. You always want to keep those feet up if they're swelling. Again, with compression stockings. Another thing is you may want to start juicing, even though I don't know why you have the lymphedema. I don't know if it's for cardiac reasons. You may be on a fluid restriction. I'm not sure. But start juicing at least once a day. Plenty of berries and some of your anti-inflammatories like ginger and turmeric root.
Turmeric, yeah.
Because that way you can get that good anti-inflammatory, those properties to help also with the swelling. So
Good one. Good one. And then there was a question about, thank you, Zero, the infinite. I got your message. I saw that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Someone asked about eggs, and I'm trying to grow back up to it. They were asking about egg and egg whites. And I can't go up. It's gone. think it's too far up. It won't let me get to it.
They might have wanted to know were they healthy or something. I
Yeah,
know
I
they
think.
say the egg whites are healthier than eating the whole egg. That's what
Yeah.
I've always heard
So,
because of
how do you feel
cholesterol.
about eggs versus egg whites? There it is. I found it. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Figured that's what.
cholesterol. Yep.
But they did. I read a WebMD thingy not too long ago, and they were like,
Mhm.
eggs no longer give you a high cholesterol count. And I'm like, really? I don't
Interesting.
know.
The news go back and forth, don't they?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, over the
They don't
years,
want
you
people
got
to
to do what
know.
your body do what your
Just
body
like for
tells you
years.
is healthy, right?
Right. And for years they told us dairy milk was good for us. They even had the whole remember back in the day. Now I'm telling my age, but they used to have the milk mustaches and all your famous people was the black background with the bathing suits and stuff with the milk mustaches. And milk is
Yeah.
good for the man. That stuff is the worst, some of the worst
Yeah,
stuff that you can consume in life.
I
If you
will
what they
still
say.
not
drink dairy milk in 2023, please, if you
stop.
can, it's no judgment here, but
Yeah.
please try to wean off of dairy and do oat milk, do plant-based milk. I'm drinking walnut milk right now. They have almond milk, walnut milk, oat milk. Please.
Yeah. And walnut milk is a great source too, because walnut is a brain food too.
Yes.
So you get double whammy
Mhm.
there. So that's good. Um,
You know what? There was a lady who used to mentor me. She was a herbalist, but she also was a nurse.
uh-huh.
She was an ER nurse, and she told me that and she was elderly, so she she the stuff that she like with this was something that apparently she got from way back when. But had you ladies ever heard that coconut water was a good substitute for blood transfusions? She said that's what they used to use in World War II because the coconut water has all the electrolytes that are in our blood.
Hmm.
I could see that.
I can
I've
too.
never heard it, but I could definitely see. I always tell people, get your H3O2 in. And
Yeah.
coconut water got plenty of H3O2 in it.
Yeah.
And I
Hmm.
meant to say when you said that because I'm one of those that I love juicing, but I do not love the cleanup.
Oh, I
So
know.
so sometimes I notice that I get the same, not exactly the full benefit, but sometimes I'll get some of the same benefit when I put some of my sliced veggies in my water.
Yeah.
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 I understand because I juice every other day. Then I
Yeah.
make smoothies on the days I don't juice. So trust me, the
Yes.
cleanup
Yeah.
is real.
I know.
Yeah. Hey Marley December,
I do put a
welcome.
bag in the back of my juicer
That
though.
helps, don't it?
So
Oh
when I
yeah.
juice, I can just take the
Yeah.
bag out and throw it away instead of cleaning it. Yeah.
So quick
Especially
question.
with beets. That is probably
Yeah.
like because I love to make beet burgers.
Turmeric
That
root
is like,
too.
Yeah.
yep,
It
And
turn
it sticks to
everything,
that
and it will stain your
blade.
counters if you're not
yep,
careful.
Yes.
yep,
Turmeric will stain your stuff. Yes.
What do
yes.
you guys do for your do you I guess I just got some heavy hands in my house, but like my brush for my blade for my juicer done got
Mhm.
all worn down. Do you guys what do y'all do? Has that ever happened?
Well, I got a self-cleaning juicer, so I don't have to
Oh,
do that. So I
okay.
mine power cleans with the water. I
Oh,
put it on the water mode,
yeah.
the self-cleaning mode, and it'll power wash the inside of it. I still gotta clean up the other parts of it, the
Hmm.
top,
Okay.
take that off and clean the remnants of the fruits and vegetables, the pulp out.
The pulp.
But
It
the
cleans your blade?
yeah, it'll clean
Oh.
the thing. It's the little silver strainer
Mhm.
in the inside. Yes.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
in
I
case you,
want to get a more I want to my goal because I juice so much is to get a very very high-tech juicer.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what I
hopefully the
need
more
to do.
high-tech the less cleanup.
Yeah. And
So
it's worth it.
so
It is.
for all of your TikTok family that's hanging out, y'all hear what she's saying. That's a wish list.
Yes. I think that should be number one on our list, you guys,
Yeah.
because that is your medicine. That's your
Yeah,
doctor
yeah.
Hmm.
for entertainment purposes.
Yes.
I have a Vitamix, and for
Okay.
years I used the Vitamix, and then I was like, I gotta get a juicer because the
Yeah.
Vitamix is more for smoothies.
Yes.
And a Taylor asked in the beginning, what's the
Mhm.
difference between juicing and smoothie? Well, of
Ooh,
course, we
that's
know
a good
that the smoothie you're getting everything.
one.
The juicing you're going to get the separations.
And it goes straight to the
Straight,
bloodstream.
yeah, go to the,
Yep.
yep, exactly.
Yeah.
How do you clean turmeric? Give it up. Turmeric stains. You could try bleach,
Nah, yeah,
but
Yeah, I know
anytime you
it's
want to give it up.
they permanent.
yeah.
Uh,
Over time, they start
Hands
to,
and everything. Yeah.
yeah,
I have thrown away so many dishcloths because of turmeric. I'm like,
Me
yes,
too.
paper
Me
towels.
too.
yep,
Yeah. So if you got a home that you own and you got countertops that you do not want to have to replace,
yeah.
please put some rubber, get you some nice rubber
Silicone.
something to
Yeah.
if you're dealing with turmeric, please.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to make this point about stuff like that. Anytime you have something memorable about a herb or vegetable or fruit, whether it's the taste or the stain, especially if it's like bitter,
Mhm.
whatever strong point it has, remember that's how strong it's going to be in helping you cleanse yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that.
Let's see. Janie Bryan said she's in the process of ordering. So I'm wondering if they're ordering a juicer off your um your page.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what they're ordering.
Oh, if you yeah, because I got it tagged in my Amazon store,
Or yeah.
the Oster self cleaning juicer, and then
Oh,
all of my
Denise.
stuff is sold out right now. Only thing I have in stock is my hair oils. That's it. I'm not trying
Wow.
to brag, y'all. I
Yeah,
cannot keep my products
that's
in
good.
stock. They sell out every time I drop them. That's how effective herbs are.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just want to drive it home how good herbs are for the body.
Yeah. And her tea, guys, that you can go into. I'll put it in the description box at the end of the live. I'll make
Thank
sure
you.
that your information is in your both of your informations are in the
Okay.
Okay.
description box. So y'all
That's
can go.
why I don't push mine because I can't keep up.
You can't keep them
I
in
can't
stock.
keep
I
up. So
know.
I don't even push mine. I was telling Shelly, I was like, you know what? I have a business plan. My business plan is to hire employees, get a staff, and then be able to mass produce because I've done, I did I just couldn't keep up with doing it in a way, kind of like what Cherie is doing. I
Yes.
just don't have the stamina.
It is work. It is work.
Yeah,
I'm talking about I work
I
24/7.
know.
I need 9 days a week and I
Yeah,
need 28 hours in a 9 day week
yeah,
because sometimes I get we get so many orders. It's like,
yeah,
oh my goodness. But God has
yeah,
blessed me. We keep up with them and
yeah.
we keep up with them and people get their products and they love them. So thank you guys for everybody that has purchased from me, whether it was ebooks, my hair oil, my teas. I want to take the time to say thank you.
I will say this: Cherie has been on her TikTok live, and she's like, "My teas are back in," and then somebody say, "No, it's not."
They've been sold out just that quick. Yeah. Yeah, because herbs,
That is so true.
they are the easiest thing to like. It's not hard when you start using herbs to heal your body.
Yep.
Yeah.
They work, man. Like they are meant for, we're organic. So
Yeah.
anything that you're
Yeah.
using organic is
Right.
going to heal your body. It's when you're using all those inorganic things,
Mhm.
again, for entertainment purposes, when you're using synthetics and all that, you're not a synthetic being,
Mhm.
you know?
Right. Right.
So yeah.
Now we said, let's see, Valerie Wellifer said the entire line of Taste of Cherie is awesome and beneficial. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Denise said, she said thank you for, let's see, let me go back because I want to make sure you get your props. Denise said, thank you so very much for the amazing information and great advice. I will try it 30 minutes a day and change my sodium intake and do juicing. Amen. I'm
Good.
gonna hold you to
Amen.
it too, sis. You
I
know
wish
I'm
you
a
nothing
Amen.
but the best, Denise. You got
Mm-hmm.
this. Please
That's
start
right.
juicing. You'll be surprised how much healing, just like the sister July said, when it comes to turmeric and how strong, how it stains. Think about turmeric when it comes to the liver. Turmeric is known to help heal the liver. So think if it can stain a countertop, it probably can go in and patch up certain things
Mm-hmm.
dealing with the liver so it can heal.
right.
Just think
Right.
about it.
Yep.
And those are the things that actually, even like with cancer, and I, again, disclaimer, not a doctor, But I've read up on enough of it to know that cancer runs the heck away from um, what is it? Garlic and turmeric and ginger. Those are the things that gets them running crazy. So if it can stain your countertop, you know those things are going to get the hell away. Excuse me.
Yep.
It's going to get away because it doesn't want to get caught in that trap. So
That's
yeah.
true.
Janie Bryan said the detox tea is truth, and it is.
Thank you.
It is.
Can I give you guys some advice? Anybody that has my detox tea, or anybody else's for that matter, I found that doing my research, drinking detox tea at night. So what you do is you empty yourself out. Y'all can read between the lines, and then you drink your detox tea, and then you go to sleep on it. Well, it does wonders throughout the night. And when you wake up in the morning, you're going to release toxins. You may go to the restroom 2 or 3 more times, and then that's it. Throughout the day, you focus on eating healthy, drinking a lot of water. And in my summertime fine challenge, I have people eating chewable papaya enzymes. Chewable, I got them tagged in my Amazon store. Papaya tablets, the chewable kind is what I like. You chew 2 or 3 of them after a meal, and they help break your food down lower than just your system doing it on its own. Papaya can assist breaking down your food. And then you're going to notice if you keep doing this over a matter of weeks, because you take a break from detoxing after 7 days.
Right.
Give your body a 7-day break, and then you can start again. You'll be surprised how much weight and toxins you're going to release. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to touch on inflammation, eating, and you have a ebook for inflammatory recipes, which is great. I also am focusing because that's in my studies, every disease out there, it has something to do with inflammation. We as humans are a walking ball of inflammation.
Yep.
And we're trying to put out things to help you guys, or to help anybody that needs help with not having that problem in the source of food. And my scenario on it is that inflammation is food driven. It really is food driven. So any suggestions that you guys want to talk about? I'm going to tell you first and foremost, dairy products.
You said dairy. Oh yeah, because of mucus. Mucus is, have you guys, like, is that something that you've heard over the years about everything starting with mucus, because mucus is what causes the inflammation?
Well, this is what I always tell people, because people come on my platform quite a bit and ask me about Dr. Sebi, and they say, what do you think about? So I'm going to say this, regardless if it's Dr. Sebi or anybody's literature regarding mucus. We need mucus in our bodies. Our respiratory tract, our urinary tract it's a protective mechanism. The problem is the excess mucus is what the problem is. So I think he was on the right track. People just didn't understand in depth, I think, what he was saying. Excess mucus is the problem, because when you get excess mucus, it's going to cause the body to get inflamed. And so actually, it's not the mucus that's the problem. It's the excess mucus causing the body to get inflamed. And once the body gets inflamed, that's where all of your diseases are going to arrive and derive from. A lot of your chronic illnesses and diseases. So the problem is really not so much attacking mucus, but ensuring that we decrease our mucus from getting to the point where it's overload in our body. So that's why I tell people, when you have a cold, flu, COVID, sinus problems, and you having sinus draining backwards before it turns into any kind of infection, mullein leaf and oil of oregano. Always speak to your doctor if you have health conditions and you want to know if you can take those herbs. But mullein leaf and oil of oregano together, you only need a little drop. You can put them in a tea and do that over the course of like a week. You're going to notice a difference. I just had somebody that had COVID that came back to me two or 3 days ago. She said, Cherie, it worked. What did you do? I said, you did it. I didn't do nothing. I just told you what to do, what to get.
No, you're right. And it's not it is so easy for people to think that the implication is that you can't have any mucus. You're right.
Mhm.
Like your digestive tract is lined with mucus.
Mhm.
And it's necessary because
Mhm.
when people, sometimes when they go overboard, especially the Dr. Sabi people, if they go overboard, they think that everything needs to be 100% alkaline, but your stomach is acidic.
Acidic.
Yeah.
You need acid, which
Yes.
is why apple cider vinegar helps us so much, right? Because
Yeah.
it helps restore that pH balance.
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
like when people start having, if they've done so much damage that they have like start getting what are the holes called?
Ulcers.
Yeah, like ulcers and things like that. The first thing I tell them to do is to drink aloe vera juice, because the aloe vera juice, not even the gel, but the
The
juice
juice
will
itself.
mimics the mucus, the natural mucus that you do need, that lines that area so that it patches up the holes. So I totally know where you're coming from on that. I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't want people to think that I'm saying no mucus. Like you are, that's one of our components.
I appreciate you going in depth with that. That was great. I didn't know that about the aloe vera. So
Yeah, and
Yeah.
slippery elm.
I like slippery elm. I actually
Yeah,
have some in there. Yes. And
yeah.
also, ladies, when you're going through menopause, I hope this is
Mhm.
okay if you don't mind, Shelly.
Yeah. Go ahead.
When you're going through menopause, slippery elm is good too for the vaginal mucosa. So you can read up on that, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's why. Okay, because
Yeah.
I have it in some of my feminine products. I got a fibroid fighter and a hormone adjustment,
Hmm.
and that's why I put it in there
Yeah.
when I did the research way back when. Yeah, I love
so
those products.
So as far as inflammation is concerned, guys, just watch your intakes of the animal products, plant based. Just try to go plant based. I am not telling people to go vegan, but get as close to plant based as possible, or the Mediterranean diet. Just be
Mm.
very vigilant and very, very careful about what you're putting in your body, because our body is like your car. If you
Yeah.
miss that oil change, or if you miss that tune up, your car chokes up. That's what happens to our body. And people take better care of their cars than they do of their body, which
Mhm.
is a shame, but that's what
Yeah.
happens. Let's see. Somebody else had some comments out there. Let's see. Yeah, oregano oil is a beast. Now I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you, I lost my voice and I couldn't talk from a cold. And one of the ladies said, "Why don't you get some oregano tea?" And I said, "Okay." She said, "If you don't have oregano tea, just get some oregano from your season cabinet, steep it, and drink it." And of course, by the end of the night, my voice was back. That oregano tea has so many properties. It is valuable. It really is. We have a
Yeah.
lot of things that we use in our household for cooking
Mhm.
that is so has so much value.
Yeah, we use that too. I use essential oils.
Mhm.
So when it comes to stuff like, that virus, the pandemic and all that kind of stuff, we would use the I would use the black seed oil as like a carrier oil, and then I would use the oregano essential oil, and then do use, by means of like reflexology, rubbing it all around the feet, around the bottom of the feet area, and then still too on the chest, on the throat, and on the spine. That
Right.
oregano takes everything away like that. And I even use certain oils, even inside like like for sea moss, because it helps people to um build up an immunity so that they won't, be susceptible to the thing.
Right.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Somebody put out, they said all that alkaline water isn't good in your body. Water is supposed to be balanced water. pH balance should be ideally at 7, but can be at 6.5 as most acidic, and 7.5 and as the most alkaline. So, but we don't buy alkaline water, and that's thanks to Sister Cherie, because she done laid it out for us.
No, we
Oh,
don't buy.
really?
We put key lime in our spring water. And that'll
Make your
alkalize
own.
your water right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that way, you're not like going too far out of balance with your body
Yep.
Right.
because you're using food.
Yeah, because
Yep.
our body is what it has to be balanced.
Yep.
Yeah.
Homeostasis.
Yep.
Yes.
That was the first thing we learned in nursing school.
Mhm.
Yeah. I remember hearing about that your body likes to, it's always going to reset itself back at the like weight that it's used to.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So I had a icebreaker that I wanted to take. I wanted to ask a question here,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna ask the icebreaker. You guys could put it in the chat just to kind of break up the topic a little. And the
Mhm.
question is, if you, if your job and money had nothing to do with you right now, what would you be doing at this very, very moment? If money and job was no object, what would you be doing at this very
Oh,
moment?
that's a good
Do you
question.
want us to answer too or just the
You
chat?
can answer the chat. Can answer. I want the chat, and we can answer.
Oh, I like
For
that question.
me, oh my God, a teacher. First of all, my dream as a little girl was to be a teacher. I wanted to be a teacher
Yeah.
so bad. I wanted to be an elementary school teacher.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
education is in my blood.
Education.
Always
Yeah.
has been. Yes.
Yeah.
I love educating. I would do it for free. I would do it for free. I would be a missionary if I could.
Yeah.
If
Right.
I knew the Bible well enough, I probably would teach the Bible too.
Well, we
You
actually,
are doing all of that.
yeah,
And
because see, with me, I
Mhm.
don't know about you, but I started out in school in college for education. I was going to teach math of all subjects, math.
wow.
And then I was like, because I don't think I had my family is half of them are in the school, their education, and the other half is medical. So I was like, started out doing teaching, and then I changed quickly over to nursing. So yeah, mine was actually tough, but I finally did the nursing, and then I got my master's in education, so I still got both.
Mm.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I have to say, I feel like I'm doing what even though I am working, I
Hmm.
feel like I'm doing what I would be doing if it weren't for that. Because I have the privilege, the honor, and the blessing to be doing both. So I'm grateful that I get a chance to
Amen.
spread the word about health, spread the word about how we can heal ourselves, spread the word about educating ourselves on energy and how that plays an important part. And it just feels so good to
It
like
do.
I take in a
Mhm.
lot of information and I dispense a lot of information.
I
To
love
me,
it.
that's the best
It
feeling.
is one of the best feelings in the world, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had some answers in the chat. We had Marley said that I'd actually be working on helping those like myself who are caring for an adult parent.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Jasmine. Oh, by the way, Marley, tell Dad I say hi. Jasmine said I would have a handbag line.
Mm.
Vanessa
Mm.
said she would travel. She's traveling. And then Georgia Ellis said she would be a writer.
Mm.
And that's pretty good. That's good. So
Hmm. Designing clothes for all genders and home decor,
wow,
sharing positivity.
great. Good
Mm.
answer.
Yes.
Hmm.
Taylor said I would write my own romance novel or poetry book and test different healthy recipes. Oh, okay. That's good. That's pretty cool. So we can go ahead and do a couple of more talks. Exercise, fitness. We haven't
Can
even
I
hit
can I
on
just say
fit.
something real quick, if you
Yeah,
don't
sure.
mind?
Sure, sure, sure.
The stuff that everybody put in the chat, like give yourself some time where you can have a taste of doing those things.
Yeah,
Don't deprive yourself, just like we talked about with cravings, right? And Cherie was saying it's very necessary to at least have some. I would say do the same thing with this icebreaker that she just used. It's so necessary.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's fulfilling.
yeah. And journal. Journal.
Hmm.
I am a believer in journaling. And that will help you write your books.
Yes.
It will help you write your book. So yeah, definitely journal. Um, just go out there because nobody else is going to do it. Nobody else wants to do it more than you do. So if it's something you want to do, you got to have that energy and that drive to just keep going at it. And that will happen. It will happen. Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Mhm.
Just keep focused and keep it moving. And if you got somebody in your corner that is like nagging you and keeping you from making those goals, it's time to separate them from your business a little bit.
Mhm.
So that's good advice. Good advice. So
I love
um,
that what you said.
we hadn't talked about fitness, and I know we're coming up on what 2 hours now, almost 2 hours,
An hour and a
an
half.
hour and a half. So we can talk about fitness really quick.
Okay.
Questions about people were saying how often should a person work out and for how long. So again, listen to your body. Get your
Mhm.
doctor's permission before you go out and run a marathon. And no, just listen to your body. Uh,
Yeah.
I actually, again, is that competitive person.
Mhm.
I started out walking until MS came in and said, slow your roll. And I had to slow down. So I started out, I said, okay, I was doing 10,000 steps. And then I went to 11,000. So when I hit 15,000, I was like, yes. And then MS said, no.
Aw.
So I was shut back
Mhm.
down. So now I'm doing it again. So just don't give up. But I think 30 minutes a day should be good. You could do that in your house without. I have stairs. I'm walking up and down the stairs all the time. Stairs. You can
Mhm.
do things in your home. You can walk to your mailbox. That's exercise.
Mm-hmm.
You can walk to your neighbor's house and say, "Hey, how you doing?" and walk back. That's exercise. You don't
Mhm.
have to park at the front of the grocery store. You can park a little bit further down and walk inside. That drives me nuts when I see people waiting for parking spots up in
Yeah.
the front. I'm like, oh my God, really? Can you just park somewhere else? You're holding up traffic. What is wrong with you? So you can do different things such as, don't park up front, walk. Um, you can take a water bottle, not a soda bottle, because I don't want you getting finished drinking that soda. Take that water bottle, put it under your feet, roll it. You can do chair exercises. There's so much you can do without spending a dime.
Mhm.
So that's my advice on working out. So if you guys want to put anything else in that, you may do so.
You want to
Yeah.
move
I
on?
yeah, I think that if you're someone who feels that you need to be doing a lot, or you feel like you're not accomplishing much unless you're doing something strenuous, I would say try, like they don't really call it that anymore, but like hit HIIT, high interval, high, what was it? High interval something training. But like what you're doing is you're giving yourself a short amount of time to really put the work in, like maybe like 7 minutes, and you're getting a blast of all these different, sets of something high energy. But like a really healthy thing that's healthy for everybody across the board, no matter what your level is to make sure that you do some walking. If you can daily, if you can't, I would say at least a minimum of 3 times a week, because it all depends on what is your health level like and what is your mobility like, you know so
Right.
there's all types of alternatives. If your mobility is low, there are things you can do. But exercise, I had to I was kind of like Shelly, y'all. My YouTube channel was actually called July Fitness before I changed it. So the handle is literally still July Fitness, because back in the day, I would get up, I would do boot camp for an hour, very strenuous boot camp. I would get my son off to school, then I would go back and go to the gym and meet a team, and we would do lift weights for 2 hours. I would come back home, do the mommy and wife thing, and then later that evening, do two, 3 classes per night at the health club. Like I'm telling you, when I was addicted, like I still have a sometimes I still have a that addictiveness, but as long as you're doing something to keep yourself mobile and to keep your metabolism going and the blood flowing and keeping your sanity,
Mhm.
then just be moderate, be wise. Don't hurt yourself.
Right.
Don't jump into anything. Don't injure yourself. But yeah, that's how I feel about exercise.
So the way I feel about fitness is this. We have to change the way we look at exercise. I don't want you to look at it like I got to do jumping jacks, I got to jump rope, I got to go walk on the treadmill. Look at it like this. I want to get my heart healthy. I want to get my kidneys healthy. I want my liver to be healthy. I want my digestive system to move better so that I'm not constipated. When you think of exercise that way, it'll motivate you a little bit more when you getting out the bed and you like, oops, I know if I don't get some type of energy out today, my heart may not, I may not be building my heart muscle to be as strong as it need to be to pump the amount of blood that I need pumped through my body today. Think of exercise that way, and then it can change the trajectory of how you plan your fitness. The next thing, use your house. You got stairs, walk up and down your stairs several times a day. When you watching a 30-minute show, put on your favorite 30-minute show, power walk to your 30-minute show. That way, by the time you done found out who did something or who stole the money on the show, you done with your, you done. You done did your, you like, dang, I found out she done stole the money. I done finished my walking or my jumping jacks. And now I done did my 30 minutes for the day. When you're at work, if you're a busy person, you're working 12, 16 hours like I used to do. Get outside. First of all, get those sun rays for the vitamin D. Second of all, use your 15-minute breaks to your advantage. Instead of sitting down eating a candy bar, think about it. I need my heart to be healthy so I can live longer. Let me get out here and walk for 15 minutes or 8 minutes of my 15 minutes and then sit down for the last 7 minutes and relax, and then I go back to work. When you start looking at exercise like that, it's going to change what. And like she was saying about the water bottles, pick up water bottles and just start, you when you walking in place, put the water bottles in your hand and walk in place. We understand everybody can't afford the gym. Walking is an exercise, y'all. Power walking and walking, jumping jacks is an exercise. Getting on the floor, doing floor exercises, leg lifts. That's all you need to start getting that belly fat down. The leg crosses, the leg lifts, the bicycles. Do enough of those every day. Your stomach gonna start, along with your diet, your stomach gonna start going down. So that's the way I want y'all, the way I like to tell the people that I love on my platform to please start looking at fitness for the health of your body instead of just something you gotta do.
Yeah. And you did jump rope on your first summertime fine.
I did.
And I hula hoop. So I hula hoop because your girl can't jump rope. And you know
Right.
why? Because everything be moving and going in places you don't need to go.
I love jump rope. Oh my gosh. I'm addicted to jump rope and running.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are my two favorites. But again, those are not necessary, like Cherie was saying. And Cherie, you brought out a good point when you said to picture your heart, your lungs, your liver, your organs. Those are still, even without using words, you're using your thoughts as affirmation.
Affirmation.
You're
Yeah.
literally communicating with your body. It's like your body has consciousness. In the world that I come from, I don't use it as a simile or metaphor. It literally is that it has consciousness and it's listening to you, and it will fall in line with the love that you're giving it, the love and the attention, the TLC that you're giving it. It will respond. It will respond.
One more thing I want to say about fitness is going to the gym. For my gym people, in order not to get frustrated, and this is a trick that I started doing with myself, I don't go in and beast in the gym as far as like I'm gonna be in there for 3 hours and that's not how you do it. You will give up. Your cardio, you can have cardio days and then you have weightlifting days. You do not need to do a lot of cardio, y'all. That is I wish we could get that misconception out of the gym world. Unless you like really obese and you really you want to do a little more cardio. But you can do weightlifting is where you're gonna burn more calories. So do your cardio, because you do need to do cardio for her health, but you can walk, like I said, all the things that I said before, you can do that for the cardio at home. When you do cardio at the gym, run in, do your 30-minute cardio, leave. Don't stay in that gym for no 2 and 3 hours. When you get ready to go lift weights, go in there for 45 minutes, do a round of lifting weights, leave. You got your whole day ahead of you. I mean, available still. You do
Yeah.
not need to be in the gym for hours and hours and hours for it to be effective. The thing with fitness is consistency.
Consistency. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
So,
What do
and
you
diet.
guys?
So,
I'm sorry.
go
What do
ahead.
you guys do y'all suggest, weight bearing exercises for women, especially nearing a certain age for our bone density?
I actually just told. I'm sorry. I was told the pool. I get in the pool and walk because
The pool.
my back, and I try to get on. I'm not supposed to, but I do because I know running on that treadmill is helping me. But they told me not to. But I get in the pool. I do believe
Okay.
in the pool as a part. I just wanted to add on to Cherie with the gym exercise. If you can get in the
Mhm.
pool, I work out for 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, and then I jump, get in there, shower, get in the pool, and walk in the pool for an hour, and then I'm done because it's
And
Mhm.
that's
something I like
perfect.
doing.
Resistance. If you got bad knees,
Mhm.
bad back, or you're severely obese, the pool is going to be your best friend for workouts
Yeah,
because it's resistance and you burn like twice the amount of calories
yeah,
and you don't even
Mhm.
realize it.
Yeah, I remember once when the boy's dad was needing to see a chiropractor for his back, he was telling him that all that weightlifting and even the squats on the machine where you're like pushing the weights out, right?
Mhm.
He said that those are really harsh on your spine and your like for people who have slipped discs,
Mhm.
you're putting a lot of unnecessary pressure. There are other ways you can, build your muscle than adding all that compression to your spine like that. So,
yeah,
Mhm.
again, depending on who you are, what your, some of your ailments are, or if you're the type of person that's getting your vitamins and minerals, are you getting calcium? Are you, is your body absorbing it? Like there's so many factors. And it's like if you're not paying attention to that kind of thing and you wondering why you having like a sciatic nerve problem, because of a pinched disc, those things all come into they're all a factor. So just really again really pay attention as a whole, and make sure you tell your doctor as much as possible because they're not going to be able to guess.
yeah,
You
yeah,
got to let them know as
you,
Absolutely.
much as
Great point.
possible.
yeah. You got to be your own. You got to advocate for yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
And can I say something? I'm glad you
Yeah.
said that. Do
Hmm.
your own research. I want to
Hmm.
close or end in saying, please do your own research with
Yeah.
anything. You know your body. You live with you.
Hmm.
You know your body better than anybody else on this earth. Please make sure you start researching things. Don't just somebody prescribe you a pill and you like, oh, this is what I need to do. And for entertainment purposes only, you want to listen to your doctor, but you do need to do your individual research to understand what condition you have. Do your YouTube, go through YouTube and listen at other people and things
Mhm.
that they've done to help, and see if any of these things may be conducive for you.
Right. And if you have a doctor, and we talked about this before on my channel, some of my videos,
Hmm.
if you have a doctor that has horrible bedside manners, out the door.
Get another one.
Get another one. It's too many of them out there.
If
Yeah.
you on blood pressure medication and your blood pressure is not being, you eating properly and you getting exercise and your blood pressure is not being maintained well, it's time for you and the doctor to sit down and go over those medications again immediately, not next week or the next time they have available appointment. Those are things that need to be done. No, you need to squeeze me in tomorrow because if
Hmm.
my blood pressure is not being maintained, I'm trying to prevent a stroke or a heart attack. So
Right.
I need to get
Right.
in and see. And especially if a person is African American, ACE inhibitors have been proven to not be effective for African Americans and cause throat swelling, lip swelling. Beta blockers usually work better for most African Americans. And
Yeah.
if you're European American, ACE inhibitors usually work better for you. So that's why it's important to get into that doctor and evaluate what medications you're on, what you can change around, and see if something else will fit you better.
It fits you better because there's a ton of
Mhm.
them out there. So you got to
Yeah.
go, and don't let the doctor tell you this is the best thing. But no, no, no. And first and foremost, I will say this, and a lot of doctors will probably slap my hand because I'm going to say this. talk to your pharmacist. Many pharmacists know
Mm.
more than the doctor
Mhm.
because they're doctors too.
Mhm.
They don't. Pharmacists don't get they flowers like
They
this.
sure don't.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
they definitely are doctors too. And it's so important. If you like, blood pressure is nothing to play with.
Play with.
You
Mm-mm.
will take your cell phone out of here if
Yes, you
you're not
will.
going to monitor your blood pressure while you're taking supplements or you're changing your diet or you're
Yeah.
doing something before you get to that doctor's office. So I always tell people, no matter what, if you're taking any supplements, especially something you got from me, take, if you're on blood pressure medicine, use your blood pressure
Monitor.
monitor that you have
Yes.
at home. Take your pressure in the morning before you start anything. I don't know what medications, whatever, herbs, anything. Take it in the morning, and then I need you to take it again at night so you
Yes.
can see whatever you took, how it is affecting your numbers.
Yeah.
And then when you go to the doctor, you might need to, like Cherie said, set an appointment. Actually, make an appointment
Hmm.
and let your doctor know what's going on with your numbers, because now that you are trying to take better care of your body, your blood pressure medicine prescription is going to change.
Change exactly.
Yes.
So be very
Yes. That's a
careful with
good.
that.
That is a great point. And
Yeah.
some people wonder, why do I keep getting dizzy when I
Yep.
take this? Well, your numbers have changed. They're
Mhm.
lower now because you've changed your diet and exercise, and you no longer need to be on 5 milligram of atenolol. You may need to be on 2.5. They may need to cut it in half.
Cut it in half.
That was a great point, sis.
Yeah.
I like that.
And also tell people too before they go, because I'm one that every time I go to the doctor, of course, I check my blood pressure in the morning. My blood
Mhm.
pressure is always the same. My temperature and my blood pressure. If it's anywhere different, I know something is wrong. You're going to have stressors when you go into the doctor because you're thinking,
Mhm.
oh, this is a doctor's appointment. Something's going to be wrong, or traffic was bad, or I'm running late, or they're late. Before you go in and have them to check your vitals, relax, because that will take your blood pressure off the chart.
It sure
Mhm.
will.
Get there early. My doctor says 15 minutes. I'm always 30 minutes early, and I just sit there and I relax. Do that before you go to your appointments, because if you don't, your numbers are going to be off the chart.
Yeah.
So
That is
Google
so
some
true.
breathing exercises. Do some
Yes.
simple breathing exercises right while you're sitting in the chair waiting to be seen. That
Yeah,
will definitely help balance
yeah,
you back out.
exactly. We got a question on here. Let me
Mhm.
see. It was a question. Let's see. You are absolutely right. Mom had kidney failure and she's on dialysis. I wish I knew more about being healthy before this happened to her body. And now I'm
Mhm.
taking care of her alone with her, I guess, with her children. And can you reverse kidney failure with juicing?
Um,
I have
After
not
dialysis?
I have not seen ever a stage 4
Kidney
end
failure.
stage renal disease stage 4 be reversed. At that point, it's usually you need a
A
transplant usually.
transplant.
Yeah, at that point,
That's
this is why, like you said, and my heart goes out to you and blessings to you and your family.
mhm.
But this is why it's so important. I talk about this every day on my Facebook, and people, my family and everybody else, scroll right on past my posts. Don't
Mhm.
like them, don't share them or nothing when I'm talking about high blood pressure and diabetes. And so then when the next post is, oh my God, such and such had a stroke, I'm like, I've been trying to help y'all.
Yeah.
I'm not being funny or being disrespectful or insensitive. I'm just saying it's that serious where we're trying to give you the tools ahead of time, because once you get to the point where you have this end stage renal disease 3 going on 4, then at that point it's a kidney transplant needed.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
Were you going to say something, July, with that, or you just?
Yeah, my dad, he was on dialysis. And then fortunately, as a veteran, he was at the top of the list for the transplant. So finally, he was able to get a transplant. But yeah, he wasn't able to, like, once you get to the point of dialysis, it's, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but
Mhm.
I'm saying that it's next to impossible. There's not a lot of things in the or stories or cases you'll hear. where they've reversed dialysis.
Yeah.
The thing about it too, I know when people come back from dialysis, or even people that have to go for chemo and things like that, I know the stressors behind it too is
Yeah.
that you are strained, you're tired. You've got to get some kind of balance on that too, because you will have those stresses. You will be tired. You will be just just off balance in all different ways. So we have to find, maybe at that point you'll try and find something to relax you a little more with that.
Hmm.
Someone said it's called white jacket syndrome.
Oh.
Oh, white coat syndrome. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
And let's see, you too far past gone. Any stage of one or two. So yeah, so just that was one of the topics that actually was on the list too that people were asking about. Um, July,
Mhm.
you told me to remind you about oxygenating blood.
Oh yeah. And we pretty much touched on it, but yeah, you need oxygen, you know, and the more you can um get of fresh air, like was mentioned earlier, fresh air, sun, right, vitamin D, all those things, we need to breathe. That's why we have pores in addition to lungs. Like you've got to be proactive about the organic things that your body needs, but especially for like your blood. I forgot what it was. It was something in your questions about the blood, and I said you want to oxygenate it, and I can't remember if it was I forget which question it was, but I said yeah, your blood definitely needs to be oxygenated in order to combat whatever that was in that question. I don't even remember the question
I
anymore.
forgot to.
Yeah.
I forgot to.
But
That's
overall, which is why they say we need our plants in the home,
Yeah,
right?
that's why beets and stuff is so
Yeah.
important.
Yeah,
Beets and
Mhm.
berries and stuff, because they're gonna help oxygenate your blood.
but yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Quick question on here too. There was one that came in the email. When
Mhm.
do you know it's time to detox?
Well, I can answer that. Beets is a good way to know when you need to detox, and I'm gonna tell you why. I just re-uploaded a TikTok about this morning.
Mhm.
When you consume red beets, not golden beets, red beets.
Red
When you
beets.
consume red beets, the color is going to come out in your stool. So from the time you put beets in your mouth until the time it goes through the whole digesting process and breaking down and come out as waste, your stool will be red. That'll give you a clear indication of how long it's taking you to digest something.
Yeah,
If it's taking longer than like several hours or a day for
yeah,
you to see the red hue, you know you need to detox because your intestinal system is probably backed up, or you've been eating too much meat or too many heavy food, too many heavy meals. And so another way is when you continue to feel bloated, you
hmm,
keep belching, you have stomach pain sometimes. You have stomach pain, you just feel like I said bloated, and that's when you know it's time to detox.
right.
Mhm.
And I don't like colonics. I'm gonna just be honest.
Me
Before somebody
either.
even asks the question, we don't even have to. I'm not a fan of colonics because
Me
I think
either.
your body should be able to eliminate
Naturally,
itself naturally.
yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. Marley said, "If I only like beets, I'm going to tell you, beets are really, really. They get a lot of backlash, but beets are so good, and you can put it in a juice, never even know it.
That's the only way
Yeah.
I can tolerate it. I put my beets in
Mhm.
the juice, or sometimes I eat them in a salad, but most of the time I tolerate it in a juice with lots of berries. I'm gonna tell you what's good for killing taste: a half a green apple or green apple and
Mhm.
lemon.
Yep.
Those two are good for helping to kill taste in certain taste in your
Yeah.
juicer. Throw a
I
little piece
love
of
that.
lemon in there.
That's one of my favorite combos, the lemon and the ginger. Did you say lemon and ginger?
I said lemon and green apple, but
Yeah, green apple. Lemon. I used to tell them all the time to add an extra half an apple and
Mhm.
a extra wedge of lemon.
Yeah.
But I do love also lemon and ginger too for taste.
Right.
Those two together taste good, but really all three of them. I don't juice anything without those three additional actually.
Right.
Mm.
I like
Everything
mine
I
with
use.
beets, carrots, and papaya. Especially when
Mm.
Oh, that
papaya is
sounds
in
good.
season, it is really good.
Yeah, papaya got
Okay.
some great benefits. That's why I
Hmm.
told him
Yeah.
after to eat a big meal to chew to papaya tablets if it's not in season to eat.
Mm.
She said she tried to put it in her smoothies, but she can still taste it. That's the yeah. You put that apple in there, it will
Mhm.
A
it'll
juicer is different from a smoothie,
smoothie.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely
Yeah,
that.
juicing is totally different from a smoothie.
Yeah, the taste is different.
She said, Valerie said, "I'm with you, Marley. They are nasty, but the green apple helps in my juice. Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
it is a good one. Ginger will too. So, but yeah, wow. We got a couple of that. I think we herbs. What's your go-to herb?
Well,
Uh-uh.
that was my thing that I said in the beginning, really. I would say my go-to one is cayenne pepper.
Oh, you did.
So
Mine is oil of oregano. So,
yeah, that one too. Like that one I use for viruses.
mm-hmm.
But like um for if you well, I don't know if there are like herbalists out here, but like cayenne pepper is gonna be your catalyst for almost pretty much almost any formula you put together. It will carry your formula and make it more potent. It'll be exactly what you need to bring everything else out. It's almost
Right.
like extracting the benefits of every other herb.
Okay.
Yeah.
And energy. Y'all want to say anything about energy?
The most important thing about energy, as far as from a dietary perspective, is that if you're eating a lot of meat and
Mhm.
refined sugar and processed foods and dairy and gluten, your vibration is going to be low, depending on what you believe in with energy and vibration. But in a physical sense, your energy is going to be low when you are not getting H3O2, which is the water, which fresh fruits and vegetables. That's where you're going to get your energy from because of the electrolytes, which is what our bodies run off of. So you just want to, if you're a meat eater, you want to decrease your meat intake. And when you do eat meat, try to eat lean meats, a little bit of it, with a lot of colorful fruits and vegetables. This is how I try to do when I eat meat. I try to eat, unless I'm out traveling or something, but I try to, when I'm home, the majority of the time, I try to do a little bit of ground turkey with a lot of colorful fruits and vegetables. I add portobello mushrooms in
Mhm.
and beans as a meat substitute to take up some of that meat. Also, instead of refined sugar, you do sugar substitute, date sugar, coconut sugar. Um,
Monk
you
fruit.
want to do honey, agave, something that's plant based. No, try to use your crock pot. Try to use your skillet to saute. Try to use your oven. Try to use a stovetop grill instead of processed foods. When you meal prep, you'll have food that's readily available, so you won't be tempted to order out.
Yep.
So those are just a few tips.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Taylor asked earlier, and I'm sorry, she said, asking now, do energy bars actually work? But she also asked earlier, let me see if I can remember how she said this. Are cravings coming from your brain? Do you crave because of your brain?
Yes,
So I think that was her question. So sorry
absolutely
about
you
that,
do.
Taylor. I do actually, I meal prep too, and I try
Mhm.
to, because it's, I have to meal prep for myself and for the family, and I always have to, because my husband eat a lot, so I always have to make extra, but I hide it from him so he
It is so funny trying to feed the family.
That is so funny.
because he'll like, that's all I'm getting. Yeah, that's all you really need. That's
That
all
is
you
so
need.
funny. I
Guys, I'm
love
going to tell you this too. If you are trying to lose weight or trying to make sure you're balancing out what you're supposed to eat, it is a great idea to have a scale in your kitchen. I
Mhm.
actually weigh the meat servings because, yeah, he thinks because it's this small, it ain't enough. I'm like, no, you can only eat 4 ounces of meat. You're not supposed to eat all of that. So,
And that's all you need if you add beans and mushrooms and all your fruits and vegetables, because you can fill yourself up with your meat alternatives.
right.
Mhm.
So
Mushrooms are my favorite. I love
Me
that.
too.
me too.
I love
It's
the
a
sauteing. You
superfood.
can make them taste just like meat.
Yeah, you can. I used to. My friend used to make a real good Philly cheesesteak, but it was mushrooms,
Mm-hmm.
and I think she used. I don't remember. She used a cheese substitute, which I don't like. So,
Well,
but yeah,
I'm
I
gonna say
like.
this about cheese. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Cheese
you're fine.
substitute.
Go ahead. Yep.
People say I don't like vegan cheese, and I'm gonna tell you because
Me
it's
either.
processed. But if you make your
No.
vegan cheese,
It's
Hmm.
better.
totally different,
It's better.
Okay.
much better.
I
I
used to
like the
make some out of
Violife
coconut
brand.
milk.
I can tolerate the Violife brand of vegan cheese, but
Yeah.
Hmm.
any other brand I do not like.
And it
Yeah.
takes forever to melt. But if you, I have a recipe on my website for vegan cheese, and you can make nacho cheese, and it's really good.
Okay. Thank
It's
you for
Yeah.
totally
sharing that.
different. It's much better than buying it. You will want to try and get away, guys, from processed food,
Hmm.
and anything that you buy in the store is already packaged up all neat and pretty. No matter how gorgeous the package look, it's processed.
Yeah.
So we can try and stay away from it. Stay away from it because it's what's taking us down.
Yeah.
So she can do cashew cheese to go. Other than that, I think we actually hit a lot. Carbs. Somebody asked too. Okay, so we're fasting now. My family is fasting, and
Mm.
they are doing no carbs.
Hmm.
And one of the ladies got into one of my aunties. She called and she says, "Hey, listen, I'm feeling really weak and nauseous." And I say, "That's because we're not getting carbs. Now we have to have carbs, and of course, a lot of things have carbs. Even collard greens have carbs in it."
Right.
Mm.
So I told her, I said, "Get some tomatoes, slice them up, or get avocado or broccoli and get that into your system," and it works. So just to let you guys know, take take into consideration when you're doing these low carb diets and things like that. There are alternatives that you can do that's not like potatoes and rice and things like that. You can do quinoa and things of that nature.
Mhm.
So just take that into consideration because your body, when you deplete the body of the carbs, it's going to start feeding off your protein. So,
Mm.
Mhm.
I think that was basically it. I don't think we had. I think we touched on a lot. So
Yeah.
I think we're going to. We're at 2 hours now. Oh, almost.
Mhm.
Mhm. That was a lot of good information, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks so
Yeah,
much.
I think yeah. The audience is gonna. They got a lot to work with.
Yeah. You got a lot
Yeah.
of information to work with on this
Mhm.
Yeah.
video.
And we should. And I like doing this. It's unfortunate that it was a year since we did it the last time, but I enjoyed this one tonight, and
Me too.
I do.
Thank you for inviting me. Like
Yes.
this was
Thank you
such
for
a
the invite.
privilege. Thank you.
I think it's a good team when we all have the same goals in mind.
Yeah.
And maybe the next time one of you guys can do it on your YouTube or your
Mhm.
TikTok or your Facebook or whatever channel, and I'll join you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and we can invite the crew out because this is well needed. This is something that
Mm.
we want to do is promote to other people and know
Mhm.
that it's things out there that we can do other
Mhm.
than going to McDonald's or Subway.
Yeah.
And by the way, speaking of,
Mhm.
people don't know this, but when you're buying these Subway sandwiches and things, that that meat is not the best thing to get. So
Yeah.
they had a big write up on that just recently, saying that if you have like thyroid problems and things like that, do not eat the
Mm.
sandwiches and things of that nature. So it's
Mhm.
got a lot going on. So before we wrap it up, so if anybody want to promote what they got going on, go ahead and you can tell what you got going on.
I would say, just briefly for me, I've done the herbalist thing for some years now, but I also, now that I've topped it off with, energy healing work, one of the things that I'm delving into for people is showing them, and maybe that's some of the things I'll talk about, if you guys want to join me on my channel, but um, your chakras, the chakra system, those are your energy centers, and there are seven main chakras, and each and every one of them are responsible for your glands and organs. So when you are also going underneath the surface more than just physical and looking at the energetic side of things and learning how to not only eat for those color coded chakras, but also, dealing with ways that you can optimize the energy centers. That's when you'll really start to compound your blessings as far as your health.
Um,
So yeah.
as for me, what I have going on right now is I do health and wellness education on my TikTok is my main platform. Like I've said earlier, if you were just coming on, I'm at over about 100K followers, and it's because we are like a family over there. We learn together. We do praise and worship on Sundays while we're learning together. We do Soul Train Saturdays where we listen to old school good music and we learn and ask questions. So we do a lot on my platform, and at night we talk about relationships. So we talk about, again, physical, spiritual, mental, emotional relationships of all kind, financial. So you're gonna learn a lot on my platform. It's a Taste of Cherie on TikTok. She said she'll drop it in the description. I just dropped this, what I was getting my new hair oils. So this is like African Shebe oil with Indian Ayurvedic herbs mixed in with other herbs. So this is a great hair and beard oil. You guys are gonna absolutely love this oil. It's almost sold out. All of my products are almost sold out, but I do have a delivery coming very soon. And then I have like my detox tea, which is sold out. I have a berry tea that helps with blood pressure and diabetes and thyroid issues and a lot of other issues. And then I have a uterine wellness tea, which those should be here this weekend, hopefully. But I thank you guys. I thank you guys for giving us the opportunity to educate you today, for trusting us with our research. I thank you, Miss July and Shelly, for doing this team, this village platform tonight.
Likewise.
Yes, it was such a
And
pleasure.
for me, I want to thank you, ladies, because a lot of you guys are new on this channel for me, or actually haven't seen my lives in a long time. But I will tell you, I met July on a live through Elevate with Vern. So we connected right away. She's here in my home state. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
And Cherie, this is going to be our topic forever. I went on to TikTok one morning, and that old devil was right around my feet, just giving me all kind of bitterness, and that's being really nice too, saying that what the devil was doing. So I go into Cherie's live, and she's in there. She's talking about juices, and that enemy was on me, and I was like, "What does she know about the juices? She don't know nothing about juices. She don't know what she's talking about." And then I put one thing in her live, and she said, "Oh, you do? You eat the restaurant?" She said, "I'm gonna come to your channel," and she came right over to my channel, and we connected. And that was the devil telling me that she was not my. Now you can't even pull us apart. I can call her
Yep.
anytime. She answers. I go to her live. Hey Shirley, hey sis, and I go in. So that's how she and I connected. And God put people in your place for a reason. And I love each and every one of you guys. Hey Lamaria, I love each and every one of you guys. You
And
are
I
my
love you
true
back, Shirley.
sisters. We are the trio.
Yes.
And what I got going on now, and I'm going to put it out on Instagram. I'm finally going to do it. But I have consultations coming up. It's for nutrition. What was it? Nutrition. I'm going to forget what I put on there. Nutrition, meal prep, and wellness. No, something. What did I say? What was it? Child, I forgot. No.
Yeah, you sent it to me. I forgot.
Did you? I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to see what else you're doing. And I do health consultations and health coachings too for anybody that may want to reach out. If you're not going to Shelly, if she's busy or whatever, you can come over to me.
Yeah.
So
I
it's for
totally forgot about that, Shelly.
fitness and weight loss. And I've got that coming out, and it's going to be what my consultations will start out by me sending you a thanks for, by the way, for the super chat, Sharon. Thank you so much, Sissy. I love you. I am going to do a consultation, and then of course I have a questionnaire that you will fill out, because this all I know that with people that are trying to lose weight and all kind of things that they're trying to do and accomplish in life, mental wellness is a key to it as well. So I am going to counsel you guys. I have different types of discounts and programs available, and that's going to come out. I'm going to put it out on the site. Hopefully, I can get it out tonight. Otherwise, it will be in the makings, and you will see it. I will drop it, and you guys will hopefully come in and enjoy and learn about it. So, because again, we're here to promote not so much a service, we're promoting love. We're trying to make people
Yes.
better in their life. So,
That's what I
I
got
totally forgot
on
too.
my oil. It says, please
Yeah.
spread love in the back.
Yeah.
Yes.
I forgot, Shelly, because you were saying you were going to run commercials, but I forgot to promote my consultations too. They are for energy healing type consultations, and just kind of like resetting your mental, the mental space, and clearing space so that you can, you know, have your life be at optimal levels for everything, health, emotions, spirituality, mentality, all of that. So I could probably, I guess, repost some of the things on my YouTube so people could see my what my consultations are like.
okay. And this is a lifestyle, guys. This
Mhm.
is something that we've got to live with for the rest of our lives, and we
Yeah.
need to make the best out of it. So, if you're not ready to get in, please consider it, because I really, really do want everybody that's around me. I want you guys to be at that line saying, "Hey, we did it, we did it, we did it," and it wasn't hard, because this is all things that you can get naturally from the farmers market. You can grow it. Now, my goal is to grow everything where I don't have to go to the store for nothing.
Mhm.
People will be coming to me, because as it is now, I give away squash, cucumber. I grow so much that the garbage man gets. I have a basket for them. Amazon come here, take some of this, because I can't eat it all. It's just two of us. We can't eat all of that. So I like to give than receive. I'm a giver.
Mhm.
I am
So
too.
yeah, so that's
Mhm.
that's what makes us a trio. We're givers.
Mhm.
Yeah, we give her.
Yep. It's
So
a blessing to be here with you ladies, and I'm so
It
grateful for
is a
this
blessing.
opportunity. Yeah.
yeah. So
Hmm.
we're gonna try and do this again. I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
when. We'll just put out the announcement. The ladies will talk about it, and
Hmm.
hopefully, this has been really good. We freestyled this one, so that was pretty daggone good. Because at first I
Yeah.
was like freestyling, because the first topic was gut health, and I was
Yeah.
like, that was like question after
Yeah.
question after question after question. But the freestyle actually turned out pretty good. So I appreciate you guys
Yeah.
for hanging in there with me.
Sure. Anytime.
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 So does anybody have any questions before we end the live? Because these ladies, I know, Cherie, you going live tonight on TikTok?
No. Uh-uh. No, today is my they can look at this video when we done.
Yeah.
She said no, but I probably turn over at 1 o'clock in the morning. She'll be doing something on TikTok.
Only if I can't sleep. Only if I can't sleep, I get on there.
Yeah.
Let's see. I still had my car out comes by your house and oh yeah. Please do. You know I'm not far. Yes, I do have a garden full of stuff. Tomatoes, eggplant. Eggplant. Did y'all know how no asparagus grows wild? If you ever
Mhm.
grow asparagus, you ain't gonna have a backyard no more.
Oh wow.
Asparagus grows wild.
Everywhere. I
Does
didn't know that.
it?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And so does eggplant. They just grow.
Yeah.
Now, they scared me last year because they were shaped all funny. I'm like, oh no, about
What do you use to keep the bugs and bunnies and all that stuff away?
that. I don't use, and that's the other thing. I don't use pesticide. So what
Okay.
I do, as soon as I see them enough for me to pull them, I pull them.
Okay.
They did take over, and oh, those little red tomatoes, those cherry tomatoes. I don't really like them, but they
I
grow
don't either.
wild too. I mean, they took over my berries, my res. They took over. They were growing in my raspberry and my what was that? Raspberry and blackberry trees, bushes. I'm like,
Mm,
how did these tomatoes get? They took over.
okay.
So maybe that's what we'll need to talk about on one of the lives too about the
Okay.
gardening
Yeah.
stuff, because it's actually relaxing. That's another way,
Mhm.
guys, of getting into a mental space where you can relax and enjoy life. Because when you're gardening, you get to think about, where did this come from? Why did God do this for us? Why is
Yeah.
this so good to us
Beautiful.
and
Therapy.
we're not doing what we're supposed to do? because it's easy to do. So
Yeah, it's very therapeutic.
very,
It
very.
brings you back to your spirituality.
Exactly. So, but anyway, guys, I've held you guys for 2 hours. We still have 15 people
Good.
in the chat.
Thank
Okay.
you, all of you
Thank
that are in the
you.
chat. I see all of your comments. We thank you too. It's mutual. Couldn't do this without you. Thank you so much.
Sharon said, done dish soap with water, like a drop or two. Is that um for
For
bugs
the
and bees?
garden.
I know that they don't like dandelion and daisies too. Mosquitoes and
Mhm.
bugs don't like that.
Mhm.
So, but guys, I'm gonna let them go because we've been on for 2 hours, and everybody have a blessed night.
Yes.
Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others.
Yeah.
Love on each other and love yourself first.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, love God first and then yourself.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So thank you so very much for coming. And if you're watching the repeat or the replay, thank you so much for coming in and chiming in, and be on the lookout for the trios to come back again. So, guys, you have a great night and much love. I'll see you later. I'm going to wind it down with some music. Bye,
Right.
guys.
Take care, everybody. Bye. Thank you.
Good night, everybody. Thank you. All right, guys. We got 11 people still hanging in, so we're going to let it roll.
Okay.
This is the last song, so we got 11 people in the chat. I think they're connecting with each other, love on each other. Please make sure you grab up my moderators and show them some love if you're not subscribed to them. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Cherie. Subscribe to July. That's what we're here for.
Mhm.
Got 7. Thank you, Sharon. That's right. Connect with the panelists. That's what we're here for. If you have questions, ask away. All my social media channels are in my banner on YouTube.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. All of their information will be in the description box following the live. Give me about 30 minutes to put it in. Okay, I am going to end the live. Much love. You ladies hang on.